Reasons Why has a lot of people talking about suicide across the country. Michael Quander is looking into this, and this show is based on a best-selling book.
Yeah, that's right, Leslie. And look, here's the deal. While some say it's sparking important conversations, others say that it only glamorizes suicide and may encourage copycats. But there's one school district and one woman with an inspiring story in our area who says they're doing all they can to prevent that from happening.
He played football and lacrosse. He, had lots of friends, but he did have, did have that quiet side.
But life changed in a flash.
I received a phone call that he had passed away.
Josh Anderson was just a teenager at South Lakes High School when he killed himself 8 years ago. He was having some challenges, but his family never thought he'd take it this far.
I just assumed that those were some issues that he was going to get through, and so this was, it came as a complete shock. You wake up and the day is going to be okay and things are going to go okay. I mean, that was, sort of how my life had been, and so it was almost like hard to process.
Lauren Anderson is getting through it by giving back with the Josh Anderson Foundation, where she goes into Fairfax County schools to equip students with the tools they need to work through their problems and to help each other.
I think in doing that, that's helped me, process and deal with something so tragic and sad in a positive and hopeful way.
The Fairfax County School District is doing things on its own to help student wellness, too. Things like activities, programs, and meetings with school leaders to let them know what kids are going through.
Have a little bit more self-awareness to be able to, provide self-care and, get through stressful times.
If Josh could hear you right now, what would you want to say to him?
I think I'd want to say that it'll get better. Whatever he was going through at that time was what he was going through at that time, but it didn't have to be the end.
Yeah, it sure didn't. And Leslie, it's so important for our kids to know that there is another way.
So the woman in your story, how did she feel about this Netflix show?
It was very real for her. It was very hard for her to watch because her family actually went through this. She says while she's glad that, again, people are talking about it, she says that she doesn't feel like the show offered enough resources for kids that may be going through this right now.
And that's really what this is all about, so that young people know that they're not alone. They can talk to someone. There are resources. We have some on our website, WUSA9.com, and on our app.
Thanks, Leslie. One person was killed and two